Gentle Adaptive Chair Yoga. Make sure that you have a seat that's comfortable and stable, and perhaps something under your feet that is comfortable. I also suggest yoga blocks. You could use other supports like pillows or a strap, a yoga strap. And if you're able to use a chair without armrests, then that will give you a little bit more room for movement. Take a couple of deep breaths. Feel your feet on the ground. Relax your shoulders. Imagine your spine nice and tall, yet flexible, and the crown of your head reaching to the sky, and your seat nice and supported in your chair. Take a couple of more breaths, inhaling up to the top of your head, and exhaling slowly down to your feet. Inhaling up and exhaling down. If you have an intention or an affirmation, mantra or sankalpa, bring that to mind, and you could say that to yourself or out loud. Or if you're not sure, if you have one, you could use something like, I am letting go, or I am opening up. And saying that to yourself a few times. You could even bring your hands to your heart to feel the intention behind your words. Feel free to close your eyes. And then bring your hands to your knees. Tuck your chin gently, feeling the stretch on the back of your neck and keeping your shoulders relaxed. Slowly lift your chin, looking up, blinking your eyes, and tuck your chin again. Keep your spine upright as you just lift your chin and lower again. Bring your chin level to the ground and slowly move your head side to side. So just looking over one shoulder, feel the stretch in your neck, and gently look over the other shoulder. Try that again. And make sure you're keeping your torso still. So you're just moving your head back and forth, not your shoulders. Keep your shoulders relaxed and bring your head back to center. Imagine that your nose is a pencil. You're going to draw slow, small circles as if your nose is drawing circles in front of you. A few times in one direction. Bring your head back to center and go the other direction. Nice and slow, feeling this from the inside out. Breathing. Eventually bringing your head back to center. Now taking a gentle tip of the head to one side. And this is not really intended to be a stretch in the neck. More so a gentle movement, and then bring your head back to center. Tip your head gently, slowly to the other side. And back to center. Notice if there's any area of tension in your neck. And if there is, you could kind of explore in that spot. Maybe breathe into it or take some gentle micro movements in that spot. Eventually moving over to the other side. And bring your head back to center. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears, creating a contraction of the muscles in the shoulders and neck. We hold this for about 5 seconds and then slowly, smoothly, or try to make it smooth, release your shoulders all the way down and pause. Just take a breath here. Allow the shoulders to come all the way down. Sometimes releasing the hands down to the sides helps us know if our shoulders are all the way down. So bring your shoulders up again, contracting. And now releasing. Try to make this smooth. If your shoulders come down in little shaky, shuddery movements, then try to smooth it out. It's okay if it's like that. It's just information. And relax, release, and breathe. Let's do that again. Bring the shoulders up. Not creating any pinching or pain. So I'm kind of doing this on a 5 out of 10 on the effort scale. And then slowly relax the shoulders down. Release. Take a breath. Good. Now bring the hands up and we're going to make light fists. Just pulling it in and then open the hands and straighten your elbows as much as you can. Bring those hands and fists back in, curling all of your fingers in. Make a bit of a contraction here and then slowly release. You could also do one hand at a time and relax the hands. We'll do it again. So bring it up and in, a contraction. Keep breathing. And then slow, smooth release. Letting your hands come down as if honey is dripping down your fingertips. Let's do it 2 more times. So make that contraction not too hard. I'd say 3 to 5 on the effort scale at the most. And then release. Let it go. Relax your shoulders. Kind of wiggle to make sure you're relaxing. Last one. Bring it in. Take a deep breath. And let it go. You could keep your eyes open or close your eyes just to notice what you feel. Any sensations in the hands or the arms, the biceps. All right, and let's take some shoulder circles. We're lifting one shoulder up and back and then the other at a time. Your hands can stay down, or you might want to bring the elbows up and back. Sometimes an even bigger reach, like a backstroke, might feel nice, only if it's good for your shoulders. So any amount of lifting the hands, elbows, as if you're flowing through nice warm water. And bring your hands down to your knees and relax. We'll go the opposite direction. So shoulders up and forward, one at a time. Again, the hands can stay down, or maybe you lift your elbows one at a time. You could even possibly take kind of a little doggy paddle motion or a crawl stroke. Warming up the shoulders. And bring your hands down to your knees. Working into the torso and the spine, we'll take cat and cow. So scooch forward a little bit on your chair. Feet are grounded equally on the ground. And round your spine. So you're tipping your hips back, rounding your spine. Bring your chin to chest. And pause here. Feel the stretch in the back side of your body. And then lifting up to cow, sit up tall, pull the elbows and shoulders back, little lean forward, chin lifts, and release. Into cat, rounding the spine, tip the hips back, maybe your back even touches your chair as you do this, chin to chest, and lifting up to cow again. Exhale, releasing into cat. Moving with your breath, inhale and exhale. Inhale to cow and let it go through your shoulders and hands. Maybe wiggle it out. You can shake out your hands. We'll come down to the feet. So taking a gentle walking movement through the feet. You can even go really slow with this, just working on one foot, stretching the toes and the ankle, and then the other. Lift both heels up. Put a little pressure on your knees, leaning forward. And then slowly let your heels come down until they come to the ground and relax. Sit up tall, lift your heels up and lean forward, putting pressure onto the knees so that the heels just get a little extra feedback as you lower them down slowly to the ground. Sit up tall, lift the heels again, lean forward. You might also feel that you're getting a little bit of strengthening into the arms as you do this. So lower those heels down, try to resist against yourself. And then push yourself up. Nice. Scooch back in your chair and extend and bend one foot. So extending it as far as you can, and then if you can, pull it underneath your chair so you're getting your hamstring muscles working behind your thigh. Extending and bending. Breathing. And then the other leg, extending and bending several times. Good. Another option here is to pick up the knee and extend and bend, or moving your leg in whichever direction might work for you. Step your foot down, pick up the other leg, same thing, extending and or bending. And step your foot down. Now working a little bit more into the ankle. If you are able to hold your foot up or pick up your knee, point and flex your foot. Another option is to rest your heel on a block, and the block will move as you point and flex your foot. It's a little bit harder to do ankle circles on the block, but so picking up the knee or having your leg on the chair and taking some ankle circles might work. Both directions. And step your foot down, tap it out a little. Feel that sensation on the bottom of your foot. And then the other leg. Extend and bend. Pick it up, extend and bend, and then point and flex your foot. Or have your heel on a block and point and flex. Ankle circles, like I said, are harder on the block because your heel wants to kind of walk over to the side. So if you can, pick up your foot and do these ankle circles. The other direction. Good. Step your foot down. And now getting the whole body involved. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lean forward, feeling the pressure into your feet. And hands can come to your knees. You can stay right here or slide your hands down, maybe to your ankles, maybe to the block. Take a forward fold, take a couple of deep breaths. Maybe let your head hang down. Lift your head. Bring your hands to your knees and try using your arm strength to push yourself up. So sun salutation. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lean forward. Hands to your knees. Stay here or slide them down for a forward fold. Take a couple of breaths. Maybe let your head hang down. Lift your head. Bring your hands to your knees. Elbows squeeze toward your back and press yourself up. We'll do that one more time. So take your time. If you get lightheaded, maybe don't go all the way down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lean forward. Feet are supporting you on the ground. Slide your hands down. Maybe let your head hang down. Bring your hands to your knees. And inhale as you rise up. Keep breathing. Inhale again, reach, and hands to heart center. Good. So, I'm going to move this block out here to the side. And for warrior two, bring one knee in and out a few times. So side to side movement, back and forth. Try to use your head muscles, or you can use your hand to support your leg. And this time, see if you can step your foot out to the side. So knee can stay bent. The front knee will stay bent. You can keep this knee bent or try straightening your foot with your heel on the ground. Another option is placing a block under your calf or even under your foot. So lots of different options here. You can kind of work with what is best for you. However, I'm going to have my heel on the ground with the block underneath my calf. For a little extra support, scooch on your chair so you feel comfortable. Reach those arms out. If this is not good for your shoulders, then you could always bend your elbows and have your hands out. In the same nice strong position, warrior two. Inhale, reaching your arms up to Dancing Warrior. Bring one hand down to that leg that's out to the side and reach the other arm or elbow up as high as you can. Bring your forearm down to your bent front knee. Reach the other arm up at an angle, extended side angle. Maybe take some arm circles. Finish reaching up and then back to Warrior Two. Arms straight or bent. Float your arms down. Bring your knee back to center. And we'll go over to the other leg, moving your knee side to side. You can keep your foot on the ground as you do this. And try to use your hip muscle strength or use your hand to move your knee back and forth. On this last time, see if you can step your foot off to the side. So both knees can be bent, and I'm going to demonstrate with it that way this time. So arms, otherwise you can straighten your leg out or have your foot resting on the block. Arms out to the sides, straight or bent. This time look over one hand, see what it's doing, wiggle those fingers, and then look over the other hand, see if you can balance those out, wiggle your fingers. Bring your head back to center. Inhale, Dancing Warrior, reach your palms up. Bring one hand down to the leg out to the side, just to rest as the other arm reaches up high. Exalted Warrior. Bring your hand or forearm down to your front knee. Other arm reaches up at a side angle. You can stay here. You can also bring your hand down across your chest or take arm circles. Finish with your arm reaching up and then out to Warrior Two. Nice, strong warrior, courageous and brave. Float your hands down, bring your leg back to center. And now we'll finish up with one more little flow. Bring your feet out wide, knees out wide. And you want to be able to lean back from, we're starting with goddess pose, or you could call this horse pose. Hands at heart center, a light press of the palms together. Lean forward so you feel your feet pressing into the ground, almost as if you were going to stand up. And then lean back, reach the hands out. See if you can kick one or both feet out. 5-pointed star. And circle your wrists and ankles. And bring your feet down, hands to heart center. Take a breath or two. Lean forward, feet pressing into the floor. Good. Lean back, reach, and kick it out. 5-pointed star, big star energy. Take up space, and then bring your hands back to heart center. We'll do a shooting star to one side. So leaning into one foot, you can either put your hand on your knee or reach your hands out to the side. Maybe kick the other foot out and wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bring it back to heart center and shoot it out to the other side. Hand on your knee and reach an arm and maybe your leg. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And bring it back to center. Take a deep breath. Bring your legs back together. And we will finish up with a moment of guided relaxation, shavasana. If you would like to go down to the floor or to a couch or bed that's nearby, feel free to do that. And also feel free to stay longer than this short meditation. You can lean back in your chair, or you could even lean forward, especially if you have a pillow to rest on. And if you have something to place your feet up on, that might be nice, like a footstool or a coffee table. Take your time getting situated. And when you feel like you're in a restful position, just take a couple of deep breaths and allow yourself to sink, settle, ground, and relax. And allow your breath to become smooth, quiet, even, gentle breath. And imagine each breath like a wave of the ocean. As you inhale, the breath comes into shore, and as you exhale, letting it go. Breathing in with each wave from the ocean, and exhaling to release. Notice if there is anything in particular that you would like to let go of. A thought, situation, maybe tension in the body. And on each exhale, imagine just letting a layer of that go. Drop by drop. Giving yourself this time of healing relaxation. And then bring your mind back to your intention or affirmation, or maybe it was, I am letting go, or I am opening up. And again, maybe your hands come to your heart to help you feel into the intention and the feeling of that affirmation for yourself. You could say it 3 times to yourself again with your breath, so nice and slow. Just allowing yourself to stay here longer if you would like to. If you'd like to finish up, we'll close out together. And you could bring yourself back to the present moment by taking gentle movements like wiggling your fingers and your toes, or blinking open your eyes. Thank you all so much for joining. You could bring your hands to your heart or in prayer pose, just as a symbol of honoring the love, light, and teacher in yourself and each other. And thank you so much. Namaste. You might like to end with a big stretch. Let me know if you have any questions.